the angle.
Hi guys, good afternoon. I'm going to give just a second for some people to join. Thank you for the hearts already. Check this out. This is from a photo shoot I did back in April, and it is now a beautiful header on my Facebook page. Pro tip, my uncle shot this for me, and he's awesome. You can keep it in the family. That's awesome. Note, I did pay him for it because I don't believe anything that you're good at should be done for free. So I'm just putting that out there. And, oh look, I just got my business cards in from moo.com. And he's beautiful. There again is my fantastic, beautiful logo. And, wait, that same image again. Yeah, that's me. If I put some makeup on and shoot me at the right light, and then you can make me look, wait, I can look like that sometimes. So hi, how's it going guys? I'm hanging out in my my office, sitting on top of the world this morning, actually afternoon at this point. What is it? It is like 12:15 here, 12:19, my bad, here in Tampa, Florida. If you're just joining me today, my name is djshannonc. I am a local DJ out of Tampa, Florida. I'm also an entrepreneur, and when I say I am a local DJ, I mean it. That's my whole job. That's all I do. It's great. That and business are my two favorite things. By the way, excuse my hair. I haven't started working it out yet. Anyway, so I do like to talk about business a lot because it's one of my favorite things, and I feel like my business knowledge has allowed me to be successful in my chosen profession, which there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of DJs in my city anyway, that I wouldn't say are able to make a living on it like I do. Now, I'm not where I want to be, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I have managed to make this a sustainable income for me. So, and I feel like it was my business knowledge that allowed me to do that. So anyway, with that said, I feel like it's also my obligation to share with you guys. If I can share anything that got me, or any like aha moments that I had that got me from where I was, which was really unhappy and in a job I didn't like and kind of at the bottom, to where I am now. Hi Manny, hi. If I can get you to that point by providing you any intel that I had, then I'm happy to share it, and I feel like I've done my job. So that's really what I'm going for with these business scopes. If you're tuning in, thank you very much. Again, I appreciate it. I appreciate you taking the time. And again, this particular scope is directed more for you, my entrepreneurs, my business owners, and my people who are thinking about becoming entrepreneurs or business owners. So let's chat about that real quick. I'm gonna turn my music down just a little bit. So I actually was making notes to do a scope yesterday on this. Let's see, wait. I've got notes here. His notes are, by the way, just a quick off on that. I'm a habitual note taker, and I find that most people who are successful take notes. So I just want to put that out there. You don't take notes on my scopes by any means, but it's really good to write stuff down. Something happens from the point of like hearing it to writing it down, and there's just a correlation. So it's really great. If you can take notes, I find that when I take notes on stuff, it sticks better. So anyway, so I have my little notepad here, and I was talking initially what inspired me to do this scope. I've been talking to some people the past few days, and a lot of people keep asking me, well, I've been thinking about starting my business. You know, is now the right time? Should I do it? What should I do? Is it safe? Just aside on that really quick before I jump into my big thing, which is projections, which is what I wanted to talk about. If you're thinking about starting a business, or you have something, even a blog you want to do, or an Instagram on a particular topic, do it. What's holding you back? What have you got to lose? I mean, I found that taking the time and investing in myself was the best thing I could ever do for myself, and now I love what I do, you know, and it's only getting better. So if you've been thinking about, you know, starting a style blog, if you've been thinking about opening a auto parts sales business or something, whatever, do it. I encourage you to do it. 2016 is the year. We're in the age of the entrepreneur. We're in the age of the internet. It is so easy now to get your product out and to do it at a very minimal cost, as opposed to how it was, you know, 20 years ago when you really had access only to the people in your direct area and, you know, to the people you could afford to market through via the mail. Now with things like social media and the internet, there's so many tools available. So if you've been thinking about starting a business, I encourage you to take the time. Let 2016 be your year. Start thinking about it now in October. We've got 3 more months. We're in the last quarter of 2015. We've got 3 more months. Start thinking about it now. Figure out what you're going to do in 2016. Set yourself a date and a goal and see, you know, what you can do. It'll be the best thing you've ever done for yourself. So let me have a sip of my little orange juice here really quick. And then I'll jump into my projections topic for you guys today. Another side note, if you're just joining me, if you saw my stuff last night, this is the same face that I had on last night. I'm so bad about doing that. I have this fantastic setting spray and it makes all of my makeup stay right where it should. And then I get home late and I forget to wash my face to go to bed and I wake up and I'm like, oh, I can work with this. So my makeup artist friends are disgusted when I tell them this, but that's a dirty confession of mine. I promise I'm gonna go in the bathroom and scrub my face in a minute and get ready for my next show. But you know, it worked out for my Periscope broadcast today. So anyway, let's talk about projections. My pro tip for today, I asked you, had you started thinking about 2016 yet? And if your answer is no, then my answer to you is start today. When I say start thinking about 2016, so if you haven't started a business yet, then what's your calling? What do you want to do? What would you be interested in doing? And if you are in your business right now, then I ask you, do you know your numbers for the first 3 quarters of the year? Do you know what your revenue was? Do you know what your expenses were? You know, have you thought about those things yet? Because as we're now coming into the last quarter of 2015, we should start preparing for 2016. And when I talk about preparing for 2016, specifically what I'm talking about is thinking about your areas of success and your areas of opportunity from 2015 and using those to now gauge your next move for 2016. So it's what we do in business. So in business, in big corporations, all companies, their accounting departments and their bookkeeping departments, which I hope to hire a bookkeeper soon because I hate bookkeeping so bad. But what they do is they look at those numbers, they can gauge them against the previous year, they can determine how they've done, they can determine how the market was, they can determine, you know, based on the numbers and the outcome, what they, you know, what money they put out for marketing, what worked, what didn't. They can make the determinations on what to do for 2016, because we definitely don't want to be making the same mistakes in 2016 that we made in 2015. And the thing about being an entrepreneur and the thing about any kind of business is it's a learning experience. It's all a growing learning experience. You know, you're going to do something and then you're going to do something else and you're going to think, gosh, I wish I'd have done this differently. It's just part of growing, and that's okay. That's fine. So we need to do that with our business as well. It's kind of what it goes back to what I said in my first Periscope for Business about quality. It's the same thing. If you take a look at these numbers, you gauge your stats, you can really determine a lot of really useful information from doing that. So when I say your areas of success and your areas of weakness, or not even weakness, let's not say weakness, that's too negative. Your areas of opportunity, because opportunity is happy, right? Yeah. So what I'm talking about is what you can do is you can take a look at your projections. I'm sorry, not your projections. You can take a look at your revenue. You can take a look at that versus what you spent, and kind of gauge those numbers, and from those determine if the number that you spent, your business expense, was worth the amount of revenue. Did you see a return on the investment? How much was the return on investment? And then from there you can get into more finite detail with the way you did your business expense. So where did we put our marketing dollars, or where did we put our business expense this year? Did I spend it in the wrong places? Did I not get the return on investment that I wanted? Do I feel like if I, change up the way that I'm spending in 2016, am I going to get a different result? Do I want to try to do that? Those are all things you should be thinking about. So I urge you. And then, like I said, for me, like areas of opportunity. So this year, I did one of the biggest, in fact, I've been doing it for a while. I'm trying to get better about it, but I will, one of the biggest mistakes that entrepreneurs make is not truly separating your business income and your personal income. And I totally made that mistake in 2013, 2014, and part of 2015 until my accountant was like, you got to stop doing that. That's not good for you. And so now I'm going back and I'm dealing with the accounting headache of trying to really, truly determine what was used for what, which is, my first couple of years of business, I was really, really broke. And so I would, use my business account sometimes to pay for things that were my personal things because I just didn't have the money. I just didn't, So anyway, regardless, my opportunity in 2015, the second half, and now into 2016 is to truly separate my bookkeeping and really separate my business expenses from my personal expenses so that it's easier for me to track them. It's easier for me to report on my taxes. All of that is a lot easier. And so, like I said, that was an opportunity for me. I'm familiar with that weakness. And so I look at that and I say, okay, now what can I do in 2016 to be better about that? And I've already started by putting my personal stuff in one bank and my business stuff in another bank, making sure I pay myself a salary as opposed to just moving the money that I need for my bills. I'm intending to hire a bookkeeper, like I said, so that I can have somebody that's actually really on top of my books. I really hate bookkeeping, So those are some things I'm thinking about for myself for 2016. And then, like I said, don't forget to stop and celebrate your successes. So as far as successes go, let me think about some. I haven't got my numbers right in front of me right now, but I do know for me a success this year was that I got signed with Scratch Events as one of their, I don't know how you would, it's like one of their talent DJs. So basically with Scratch, what they do is they just kind of contract us out as they need us. But once they start utilizing you a lot as a vendor and they like you, then they sign you to contract and you're one of the people they go to first. So that was a success for me this year. I was able to sign to contract with them in, I think it was June or July. So that's been a success for me because that's increased my revenue a lot, because now being one of their primary DJs, they call me for everything. Like we've got a big mall, a new outlet mall opening here in Tampa, and I've got, excuse me, I think I've got 5 stores I'm doing the grand openings for through Scratch Events. Really great money this year because of them. So I just wanted to say that that's a success for me, and I want to remind you to take the time to stop and celebrate your successes. You can't just focus on the opportunities, though you should be 1,000,000,000% aware of them. Definitely take the time to celebrate your successes. And when I say celebrate your successes, also take the time to analyze your successes. So if I want to give that same example, I can think about, well, what did I do to generate the outcome of getting assigned to contract? For me, it was showing up to my events on time, playing great music for my customers, being really friendly with the stores and the clients, always being really loyal to Scratch. Those things are what I did that got me signed to contract with them. And so I can think about how can I apply, again, those things to 2016 because they worked really well for me, obviously, in 2015. So that's pretty much about that. And then one last thing for my entrepreneurs who are just getting around and joining us, I wanted to throw out a couple people that I want you to follow that I've really been enjoying the past couple years, and especially the past couple months, especially now that we have this fantastic tool of Periscope. Especially if you're trying to grow your business, I want to share with you to follow the following people. So first up is my personal favorite. I don't get too much information from her, but her assistant periscopes a lot of her conferences, and I have not been fortunate enough to see her live yet, and that is my girl, Miss Lisa Nichols. Make sure you follow her. It's at 2Motivate. I love her very much. She makes me very happy. Also, I want to invite you to follow one of my new favorite friends. That is Nicole Roberts Jones. I believe it's at Nicole Roberts Jones. She is a content development coach. She's been doing a fantastic thing for the month of October, and that's this Product Palooza group that we're in. I invite you to follow her as well. We have fostered a fantastic sense of community. I've learned so much from my brothers and sisters in that group. So she's a great follow. And then finally, I want you to follow at Hillary Rushford. She is amazing. She is a fashion blogger, or I'm sorry, more like a stylist. And she also is a business coach. And she's been giving some really fantastic scopes lately, especially about finance, especially about business development. That's at Hillary Rushford. Dean Street Society is her company. But anyway, those are 3 great follows, both on Periscope, Facebook, the internet in general. And if you're looking to grow your business, if you're looking for people to help give you ideas and to help bring out the best in you, those are 3 fantastic follows. So I have taken all kinds of your time. Oh, Lord, I got to get ready and get on to my next show. I will try to Periscope a little for you. My first show is at Orange Theory Fitness, which is where I actually take classes. And we're going to learn some lessons, actually, from this business experience, I think, which I'll apply to another scope. But I'm playing for them today for their anniversary party, and then I play later tonight back at First Chance, Last Chance, where I was yesterday. And that is for Guavaween in Ybor, so I'm sure going to be crowded. In fact, I'm not even looking forward to dragging my stuff in there tonight. Anyway, pray for me, y'all. Pray for me that I get out of Ybor safely. Anyway, so thank you very much for tuning in. Again, my name is DJ Shannon C. You can follow me at DJ Shannon C on pretty much wherever you want to find me, and click the follow button if you so desire. Again, I appreciate you guys. I hope you found something useful. Remember, 2016 is your year, but you got to start thinking about it now. And have a blessed day. Until next time, mwah, see you.